You know, 5 years ago when I was a practicing psychologist and we owned our own house and I was engaged to a nice man, but I was miserable, if you would have told me, in 5 years this will be your life, I would have said, you're crazy. You're crazy. I don't have the guts to do that. I'm not brave enough to do that. I don't have enough money to do that. I don't know how you even can work and make a living and do that. I don't know. Like, none of that makes sense. No, I've got to, my big dream will be I'll move to Austin, Texas, which is what I did. Instead of really reaching deep and saying, no, I'm going to go with the audacious, the bodacious, and reach for what I really desired. And here I am, just a few short years later, living the impossible dream in my everyday. Hey, what's up? It's Dr. Ashley Greer. I had a much better thing planned to bring to you today, a produced video that I'm working on, and an awesome new blog post and all of this stuff, but we got to the point where I really just wanted to reach out and say a few things to you, and I still needed to do some editing on those things, and I didn't want to let my own perfectionism get in the way of reaching out to you today to just say hey. So you haven't probably seen me on video in quite some time since I've gotten here to Bali. I wanted to welcome you to my gorgeous villa in Bali. That's my pool. And this is the little area that I normally do my work on outside during the day when I'm creating my content and talking to my clients and all of that stuff. Living here in Bali has been truly a blessing. I walked into the most amazing situation possible here in Bali. And that's the thing about dreams. A lot of times we convince ourselves that to dream is to reach beyond our means, and that to dream is to go beyond what is actually possible. I often encourage my clients to reach beyond the possible and reach into the impossible reaches of their imaginations, because everything that has ever been invented has been impossible until suddenly somebody invented it and it was possible. I never in a million years, 5 years ago, could have imagined my life like this, that I actually live in another country, and that I live in this gorgeous villa, and that living in another country somehow feels more at home and at peace to me than a lot of the places that I lived in the United States. It was because I was driven a lot of times by the status quo. And the thing that we don't often talk about with the status quo is that the status quo is essentially our desire to keep other people happy. Because when we kind of conform ourselves to the status quo, we are making sure everybody else is taken care of. We are making sure other people approve of our decisions, because that's essentially what doing things for the status quo is it's making decisions based upon popular opinion instead of based upon what it is that really matters to us and what it is that really makes us feel alive. And as you probably know by now, that's something that I'm extremely passionate about, is helping people do what makes them feel truly alive. Helping people live that hell yes life. Helping people make the impossible possible so that they can go do things like live in Bali and have their own pool. And this is what I help my clients achieve, is to live the impossible dream in their everyday and make it their possible dream and make it something that they can see manifest in their world. The purpose of this video, though, is I really wanted to let you know that my course, Bodacious Money Mindset, is starting up again at the end of February. And for just about 5 more days, I think, it's on an early bird special. So it's about 20% off. And I really want you guys to jump in now if this interests you, so that you can save some money, because this course is truly transformational. I have some cool stuff coming out next week that'll help you really understand what a lack mindset is. I have a really cool meditation that'll talk about what it means to be safe when it comes to money and all of this stuff. But before I release that, I wanted to give you all a chance to hop in the course now. To hop in the course and to be brave and to take that step that may lead you to your great big impossible dream. Because this is what I want for everybody. I want everyone to feel the freedom to live their life the way they want to live it. I want everyone to feel the freedom to be in love with every moment, and to live every moment, and to be present in every moment, and to not always feel the need to escape to the next distraction or to escape into the next fear or worry, or to escape into the next anxiety when they try to control everything, because that's the only way they know how to survive and to feel safe. The thing about money, and the reason I'm talking about money today is obviously this course is starting, but money is what makes a lot of us feel safe. Without money, we don't feel security. We don't feel safe. We don't feel as though we can exhale and begin to do the things in our life which might be a little bit riskier. And so establishing that core sense of security is really important to do up front, to really do first. Because once you establish that core of security, then you can make all of these decisions, which may have seemed totally radical before then. And they may seem radical still, but that radicality, I don't know if that's a word, but that radicality is suddenly much more achievable and much more approachable than it once was. And so by establishing the security through money, you're able to make choices which ultimately prioritize your dreams, your big impossible dreams, and make them your possible reality. But what's more important also is that security, especially for empaths, which is most of the folks that I work with, security has oftentimes in your life come from a place of keeping other people happy and of putting other people first. And this course is truly about learning to say, it's okay for me. It's okay for it to be my time, and for me to pour all of that love and energy and attention into my life, and to not always feel as though I have to pour it out on other people. Because when I pour it into my own life, I create positive ripples in my life and affect positively everyone around me. Not that I'm doing it for everyone else, I'm doing it because I deserve to be happy too. And it's that degree of nurturance of the self that truly allows you to receive more wealth. That rhymes. I didn't intend that. So I want you to understand that this course is truly made for you exclusively. It's not like every other course. It's based on a really feminine perspective of creating wealth, of creating prosperity and abundance. It's about connection, it's about collaboration, it's about dropping the idea that anyone has to lose in order for you to win. Because the more you learn about it, the more you realize that that is one of the most malicious lies we've ever been taught in our society. And that when you can get rid of that lack mindset and all of those limiting beliefs that sort of are the motor behind that lack mindset, everything changes. And things like this, even though it's rainy, become your new reality. All right, go click the link, grab your spot in Bodacious Money Mindset. You won't regret it. It's 20% off until the full moon lunar eclipse on January 31st. Did you know there's a full moon lunar eclipse coming on January 31st? Big, powerful lunar eclipse. Obviously, it's full moon and it's a full eclipse. It's full moon lunar eclipse. Oh my God! Anyway, big energy at that point, and so I chose that auspicious date in the early bird, particularly for those of you who are feeling ready to take the leap into living the life that you've always desired, and to feeling safe having those desires.